So there you have it. That is why I went with the Intel i7-10700K over the 5800X or the 11700K. Now I do have a Gigabyte Z590 motherboard, which does support 11 gen processors. And I think what I'm gonna do to have that PCIe 4 support is as soon as the 12 gen Intel processors and the Zen 4 AMD processors come out next year or so into 2022, I'm going to buy an Intel i7-11700K when they're on sale for 200 something bucks when they reach that price, and then sell my 10700K. And at that point I am going to buy a PCIe 4, a 4th generation PCIe SSD, like a Samsung 980 Pro, and migrate my information from my Samsung 970 Pro, or excuse me, 970 Evo Plus to the 980 Pro, just to say that I have a PCIe 4 SSD. But overall, I'm very happy with my system. I'm glad I went with the 10700K. I'm getting incredible performance. I went with that obviously to save money. I saved around 150 to 200 bucks per se, going with a little older processor. The processor itself was only 290 bucks, I believe. I bought the 10700K at the time. The 5800X from AMD and the 11700K were around 400 bucks. So I wanted to save a little money. Obviously, I'm not rich, but it's a very good system. Again, the specs are CPU is an Intel i7 10700K. GPU is an EVGA NVIDIA Geforce RTX 3070 Ti. Motherboard is a Gigabyte Z590 Aorus Elite AX motherboard. I got 32 gigabytes of RAM, Gskill TridentZ, running at 3600 megahertz. I have my boot drive is a Samsung 970 Evo Plus at 1 terabyte. I also have 2 storage SSDs, a Samsung 870 Evo with 4 terabytes of space. I have a Samsung 850 Evo with 1 terabyte space, so overall 6 terabytes of space on my system. My power supply is an EVGA SuperNOVA GT 750, 750 watt power supply. The case itself is a Cooler Master MasterBox TD500 mesh case, which came pre-installed with 3 intake fans in the front. I added 4 exhaust fans. What else am I missing here? Well, I believe that's it. Overall, a very nice build, very nice system. I'm very impressed with it. My old system was an Intel i7 4770K. I had EVGA Geforce GTX 1070 Ti in there. At one point, I did have 2 GTX 1070s running in SLI. The motherboard on my old system was a ASUS ROG Republic of Gamers Maximus 6 Hero motherboard. I had a Corsair 800 watt power supply, Corsair GS power supply. It had 16 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance Pro, DDR3 RAM running at 1866 megahertz. I had a 1 terabyte Samsung 850 boot drive, which obviously is in this system now. I gave my old system to my father, and I put his hard drive in there, which is actually an SSD as well. It's a Samsung 850 500 gigabyte SSD that I put in his system. But he's very happy with the system I just gave him. One time my system was, of course, high end. Now it's more mid-range or so. And but to him, it's very fast and still a very, very good system. So he's very happy with his system. I'm very happy with mine. The processor and the motherboard I put in here, I'm not expecting it to last me 8 years like my i7 4770K did, but if I can make it last me a few years, I'll be very happy. And like I said, there's still potential next year when the 11 gen processors come down in price from Intel that I sell my 10700K and just upgrade to either the 11900K or the 10700 or 11700K just to get the PCI-e 4 support to buy a faster SSD. And then probably down the line, eventually, I'm going to upgrade to either Zen 4, Zen 5, or either Intel 12 Gen or 13 Gen. At the time, at that point, which will give me PCI-e 5 support and DDR5 support. But that's down the line, obviously. Right now, my system is a beast, and I have a powerful enough processor to last me for a while. So if I want to upgrade graphics card, next year, the year after, whatever, the CPU is definitely not going to hold me back. So very good system, very happy with it. I'm getting some incredible performance out of my benchmarks, incredible performance in gaming, and I think it's a sweet looking build. I know everybody likes to do the water cooling, and right now everybody's doing white builds and all that. No, I like my classic black and red look, or I could obviously it's ARGB lighting, addressable RGB lighting, so I can put any color I want, obviously. But I'm very impressed with my system, and I also have a Cooler Master fan hub, ARGB and PWM fan hub in the back of my case, which I have my fans and my lights hooked up to. I also have a Cooler Master GPU bracket, which is holding up my graphics card a little bit to make sure it doesn't sag too much, because the graphics card nowadays, the graphics card I have from EVGA is a very large graphics card. It does sag a little bit on that PCIe slot, but overall, very good build. I think anybody would be very happy to have my system. It's not a 3080 or 3090. I did want a 3080. I couldn't get one at the time, so I went with the 3070 Ti. But when they do come in stock at EVGA, I might do the step-up program and go up to the 3080. But right now I'm running at 4K 60 hertz, so I'm 4K 60 frames per second is what I'm looking at. So with the 3070 Ti right now and DLSS from NVIDIA, I'm able to get that in pretty much every game that I play. So, well, very impressed.